Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy Klaus Heisler, and today driving home from work, I listened to Billie Eilish, and I did an episode on her, and I kind of gave her a lot of shit, and that wasn't right because now hearing the Justin Bieber version of the remix from her song "Bad Guy," I realized that she's not too bad compared to that other piece of shit, Justin Bieber. And how somehow he's butchered a song that I don't even like. But yeah, so after I threw up in the car, I came to the conclusion I needed a palate cleanser. That's where I came across a lovely woman named Mary Belle Kirshner, also known as Belle Delphine. She is a YouTuber. She has a Patreon. She has a Twitter. She has a bunch of stuff. From what I can tell, big fan of anime. Pretty much, there was a big deal for her. And this is what I mean. If you haven't seen this yet, it's quite funny. Only because when you think about it in the aspects of not understanding it, it's very easy to write off as weird. But I think in this case, I mean, if people know me well enough, I have a huge thing for for people with accents. Like I love voice actors. I love like girls with accents. This woman is not something I want to be dealt with. It's just a sign of no, just no. Not because of the way she looks, but just in general. It's just like the one thing I like about her is she embraces this meme known as the whole anime girl kind of concept. I think that's what I respect about it the most, is that it's quite funny to not only be ridiculous, but also know that you're ridiculous and own up to the meme of it. And it's really enjoyable. Point is, if you don't know Belle Delphine, she's on TikTok and all the other pointless bullshit social media. She offered to sell her bathwater to people on the internet. You can buy it. I mean, it's a thing you can buy. I don't know if it comes in like a jar or a container. The thought of it makes me sick. I'm very weird about that. Like, I'm very weird about things that you put in your. I guess you put I've once thrown up on a bus because I saw a kid pick his nose and eat it. I threw up. I threw up on the bus. They had to stop the bus, and I had to apologize profusely. This bathwater thing, whether it's real or not, I guess. I mean, she could just be selling water, to be honest. So she's trying to sell water to people who are fans of her, and people who are fans of her, they'll be like, yeah. The people who are really into her, I guess, would love to buy that, I guess. And the people who want to buy into the meme and the joke of it all, I think is pretty funny. I myself wouldn't buy one. It seems like a stupid waste of money. I mean, depending on the price. I mean, legally, I mean, if she's selling the market well on bathwater that she's bathed in, I mean, you can only get her bathwater from her. So that's a market that she's cornered pretty much. But I think the concept of the price points is where it's gonna really differentiate between the market and the what she's trying to corner there. But I think the most important part is that it's just such a fun thing that when people are gonna see this, the normal population of people, they're gonna think it's fucking weird and fucking. I mean, it's fucking weird, but it's normal. It's a normal thing that people think that people do. And it's one of those concepts of it's just a stupid concept. I think it's funny in that retrospect because not only that, but there was controversy about supposedly when she gave out the water. By the way, when you keep in mind, she does have it on there that it says, do not drink this. It's purely for a meme and a joke, and it's not something to be consumed. It's the joke of oh, I'd like to drink that girl's bathwater. That's if you never heard that joke or heard that, I guess what's that? I guess when you come on to someone and say that the girl had drink your bathwater, I don't know why you do that for one, but it's the concept of just the fact that it's I don't even know how to explain it. It's one of those concepts that it's just not something you want to buy into unless you really think it's funny, I guess. I mean, I get the whole, like, she's big on TikTok and she does a lot of the anime stuff, and the I don't know how to pronounce it. It's forgive me, I'm not an anime fan, but it's the orgasm face for anime. It's called something, and I don't know how to pronounce it. It's fucking annoying, to be honest. I don't think it's like funny. I guess it is funny because you know what it's from, but I guess it's honestly just America parodying, or the U.S. parodying what anime is, or what what Asian culture has become. They're pretty much that now. They just we just parody and make fun of that culture now for some reason, and I guess we don't take, because anime people, like diehard anime fans have become such a parody of what they are now. They're like one big joke, not one big joke, but you can enjoy anime, but when you get over, I have the power of God and anime on my side, that's when you go a little bit too far. I think that's the concept of what this is to parody. So, I mean, I think that's a weird concept to kind of engage in, but, I mean, nonetheless, I think it's a funny thing that she's doing as far as a self-aware way of being funny, or being a meme in a situation. And I think that's pretty spot on with not giving a shit about what people think, doing things because you think it's funny, or doing things to prove some kind of joke of people, I guess. I mean, she seems like a big anime fan from what I've seen, not from what she's just wearing. There's not really much to engage with this. I mean, it's one of those things where she kind of just does stupid shit, and that's about it. I mean, she's not really giving all that much talent-wise. I think she's self-aware about her being funny, but I think the whole thing is kind of it's kind of there, and then it's over. There was controversy, like I was saying earlier, about supposedly the bathwater giving people herpes, which was fake. Actually, it ended up turning out being fake. That wasn't the case. I mean, people, like, she discloses on the website when you could buy it, you shouldn't drink it. And I mean, it's just that concept of, I think, the meme going a little bit too far, to the point where it's so outrageous that people who don't understand the meme are trying to find out what's going on there. So, I mean, I understand what she's trying to do in a comedic standpoint, I guess, if that's what she's going for, or to be funny. I get that. But I think overall, I think it gives people a bad name for people who don't know. I mean, who knows? I mean, you shouldn't socially worry about what, the norm is for people, I guess. You don't want to worry about what other people think of you. Honestly, that's a big important thing for life, I think. So I mean, yeah, I don't find it to be a problem. I think she embraces the meme, and I think it's good. And if you want to buy some of her bathwater, then go for it. So yeah, I guess that's it. I think it's an interesting situation that's going on, and that people are actually buying it. Like, I don't know. It's quite weird, but hey, it's in my opinion, it's, you do what you want, girl. Go for it. I was not aware that she was British until doing this research, because I know I get a lot of shit for people saying that oh, you don't really know about the subject you're making fun of, or you talk about, and I wanted to do more research on this, because she does have it's not much known about it. It's more you just see her on stuff, like I see her on TikTok all the time, or stupid shit. Or memes and stuff. So it's one of those things where I'm trying to learn more about it. I've got shit for trying to learn more about Harry Potter, and I think I didn't really realize she was British. I didn't see that. I don't know if it makes me feel bad for, like, Americans, where I feel that if you're doing stupid shit and trying to be funny, you're American. But maybe me just being rude about my assumptions on America. I'm from America. I'm not from somewhere anywhere else. But I just thought that was weird. It was one thing that kind of threw me off, where I wasn't expecting her to be British from the United Kingdom. But yeah, it's interesting. I mean, if you want to learn more about this, if you want to buy her bathwater, go for it. I'm not gonna judge you, unless you like directly tell me. Then I might judge you. Like I'd be like, oh no, why'd you do that? But yeah, that's it. That's all I want to talk about today. I thought this was an interesting thing to talk about because it doesn't really make me feel mad. Like for example, the last one was internet. It doesn't make me feel mad like the internet did. It just makes me feel kind of intrigued on the situation because I was not interested in the situation until I realized that she was doing it for the joke of it. I honestly thought that people were into buying her bathwater, and she was like, "Yeah, I'm a sex," because on Patreon she shows more than just her face. So I mean, I assume that it's where do I find these? But it's the concept of I think that I wasn't expecting it to be very self-aware of the situation. So I think that was something that was very nice to see when looking this up and trying to find out what is going on with people buying people's bathwater. If you guys want to buy my bathwater, let me know. I'll set that up. I do advise you don't drink it or even have it around you. It might have a level 5 containment possibility. You might have to call into quarantine. But I would say, if it makes me money, why not? It's making her money, I'm sure. I'm sure she's got plenty of money. It's just another list of fucking people who are doing nothing and getting money for it. One day, Darren. Anyway, this is that's all I gotta say for today. I do have a fun game coming out for the next video. I'll give you a hint. What is 3 idiots playing a trivia game? I'll give you a dead hint right there. Is what is 3 idiots playing a trivia game? Anyway, I will see you guys next time. I appreciate all the love that you give. If you give it, I love you, and there's not a damn thing you can do about it. Alright, bye. They had introduced a child who was supposed to be Tony Stark's daughter. This actress who played Tony Stark's daughter had later on go to say that she was being bullied by the internet, just the internet, because that's what, it's just a anonymous force. It's the internet, and it's an awful, awful place when it can be. The internet sucks at times because people are so fucking entitled. I'm not gonna say it's liberal snowflakes. It's not Republicans. It's not a certain group of people. It's just people in general. It's the anonymity of being able to say what you want and not feeling like there is a direct feeling of consequence. That's what the internet has brought to us, to civilization. It is a way to say what you feel and not feel some way. Now, I believe very highly on opinions. Opinions are important. Opinions can be non-threatening. Opinions can be opinions, but there's one thing if you're bullying a 7-year-old child because of her, whether she doesn't want to